G'day boys, we're going to have a look at your last assessment task. I'm going to look at question 1 in this answer. You can see here firstly I just want to draw your attention to the rubric again. Please pay attention to it and make sure that you are actually reading it and understanding what it's asking you to do. Understanding and knowledge of health and physical activity concepts relevant to the question. Apply skills of critical thinking and analysis. Communicate your ideas and information using relevant examples. And again, present a logical and cohesive response. They're pretty important things for us to look at. First question we're going to look at is outline the initial considerations that need to be addressed when planning a training schedule 4 marker. Our dot point that we're looking at is this one here. So you need to know the initial planning considerations, performance and fitness needs, both individual and team, schedule of events and competitions, climate and season. The Learn 2 describe the specific considerations of planning for performance in events and competitions. How would planning differ for elite athletes and recreational amateur participants? So that could apply to your examples when you get to that point of looking at your response. If we look at an outline, it's sketching general terms, indicate the main features of. So the main features we're looking for you to consider are the performance needs of the athletes, the scheduling events, and again the climate and season. A marking criteria for you to get a 4 marker, and quite a few boys managed to get a 4 mark in this particular response. You're able to outline in general terms the specific considerations for planning, such as performance needs, schedule of events, and climate and season, and use relevant examples to illustrate your answer. So you need to do that, you need to include those areas. The content that needed to be discussed in your answer were those things. You needed to look at why they would be considered by a coach and how they would apply to the training considerations for that individual or team. That would be what we would be looking at. Here's a sample answer that I just want you to have a look at. You can see that this response is, the first thing I see is the highlighting, and it's clear to me that this guy's come up with a good structure. So he's given me right in that first sentence indication that the elements he understands, that the coaches need to understand those elements: performance and fitness of individual and team, schedule of events, and climate and season. So he's already indicated to me that he's got those. He then goes through and shows the main features of each of those, showing what they are and how they apply to a particular sport, with an example. The example, 50-metre freestyle specialist will need as much fitness as training as a 1500-metre freestyle. So they've got a good consideration there. We look at schedule events. They talk about some good terminology in peaking and tapering, and again some good examples, talking about specifics of examples with nationals and talking about times of the year, which was pleasing. If we have a look at climate and season, the final consideration, how it's important, again discusses the importance of that, how they can affect and how they should be considered by the coach. So a good response there. Please ensure that you know your dot point and are able to convey that dot point in this response. Those elements there: performance and fitness, scheduling events, and climate season.